All right, guys, story time, story time, story time. I'm excited. Why? Because we are helping an Army veteran, a mother with kids, get out of debt. Now, here's the backstory. Here's the good part. It's getting juicy. Okay, we have an Army veteran. She has a little issue with debt, but we're going to help her. We're going to put together a plan to help her get out of debt, and let's see how quickly we can do it. Okay, so uh, she wants to ultimately she's living in an apartment now at this particular time, and she wants to become a homeowner. So that is the ultimate goal. Because she is an Army veteran, and we've had this conversation, and you know how we build up. We have to find out the values of what it is that we're going towards before we can get there. Does that make sense? Okay, we have to have a destination so we know which direction to go. Because we could be going 100 miles an hour, but in the wrong direction. So we want to make sure we're going in the correct direction, in the right direction before we start heading out, before we start our journey. Okay, so where we are, we want to be in what she wants to be in a home in a great neighborhood so her children can go to a very good school and get the type of education that she believes that they deserve. So that is the backstory of where we're going. We have already discussed a couple of things, and I guess I'm going to tell you about that as we go along. So we're going to we already know we have to be honest with the numbers. So we've had that conversation of being honest with your numbers so we can get a good outcome, or at least a good foundation of where you can go with the correct numbers, because without the right numbers it's going to fall down. Okay, we all know that. So let's jump into it. Here are our numbers. Our income, I'm going to skip that part right now because I'm going to go back to it and tell you why the income is in the blue up here, why the income is what it's going to be. But the expenses are $1,051, and that includes rent and storage. She has a storage unit, so that includes the rent and the storage unit. So now, why do I say 1051, and why is this? You see this 924 up there? It's because if you pay on time, and she says, well, it's this number if you pay on time. So step number one, we're going to pay on time. Look, that is step one, pay on time. By paying on time, she's going to save herself $127 per month. So now, instead of her expenses being $1,051, her expenses will only be $924 for rent and the storage unit. Miscellaneous items. Miscellaneous items include your subscriptions, your cable bill, whatever the minute things every month that are going through, whatever those miscellaneous items are. We had them. She put that it was about $500 per month. That's her estimate, about $500 a month. Now the debts. These debts are actually expenses, and here's why. And I'm going to share with you why I say that. It's because these two credit cards that she used, those are her only debt. One card is for $200. The second card is for $300. So why do I consider those expenses instead of debts? Because she uses it for gasoline for her car, and groceries. Those bills are going to continuously be there monthly. So the this 200 and this 300, she tells me she pays it off every month. So I'm looking at her expenses is an additional $500. So her expenses are going to be $1,000 with and she really has no debt. Most of them are expenses, but let's see how we can finagle it, and let's see what we can do to help her out. She has a auto. She has a car, and which is her really true the only debt. The car is 19,000. She owes $19,244 at 11.14% on there, and she has another 45 months to go at $422. So income. So now we have our number. So now let's look at our income. The income, she says, is 2,200, but because she's a veteran, and we've had this conversation, of she has the criteria that she will be qualified for her some of her disability income that's going to come in, and she at the minimum she's going to probably be somewhere between 50 and 70% based on what we spoke about. Now on the low end at 50% with no kids, she'll have $1,042 additional per month. So we're going to estimate low. If it goes higher and she gets 70%, great, fantastic. If they will give her more for her children, fantastic. But let's do it as she's a single individual, only at 50%, which is $1,042 per month. So we're going to add that additional $1,042. That's going to bring her to $3,242 per month with income. So what can we do with this? Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Cash flow. Cash flow would have been $227 by paying it late. So that's typically what she's seeing now is that $227. And if you were like me, when I would see that $227 sitting in my checking account, I'd be like, okay, we're getting paid Friday, and it's Wednesday, so the $200 only have to last me for 2 more days. Okay, okay. So but you might not be like me. You probably have more discipline than I had when I was struggling with my debt. But these are real true conversations that we have when we are in debt. Okay, when do I get paid? How long can this stretch into my next income source comes in? So her cash flow was $227. But again, by paying on time, she would gain another $127, which would bring her to $354. So now the next step is putting together this for her military service, for all the things that she did for the military service, and thank you for your service. Her cash flow would be $1,396. It would jump to $1,396. So let's see what we can do with these numbers. Let's put up the software. Let's put up our software here and see what we can do here to help her out. I am excited, guys. If you could tell, I'm excited. Okay. So now our debt tool, we're going to use this highly motivated, truly dedicated Armed Forces veteran debt toolbox. What is our debt toolbox going to do? We're going to get a line of credit. We're going to get a line of credit for $5,000. Okay, you saying, I can't get a credit. Okay, and I've had the conversation. I can't get a credit for $5,000. I can't get a line of credit for $5,000. Okay, well, how about $4,000? I don't know. Well, how about $3,000? Could you do that? Possibly, because she's already in the system for getting credit. So, how about $2,000? Could you get an increase to $2,000? She says, yeah, I believe I can do that. Fantastic. So, the trick is we're going to have the $2,000 line of credit, and then utilize her income of $3,242, which gives her $5,242 of line of credit. So you already know the process. We're going to put her income into the line of credit on a monthly basis. Once we put that income into the line of credit, she must pay her expenses and her debts from that line of credit. It comes out. So what is that going to look like? So let's get this $5,000 line of credit. Our debts are $422. Expenses are $500. Miscellaneous $500. So how long is it going to take us to pay that $5,000 line of credit? Whoa. Stop it. It is going to take 3 months. It's going to take 3 months for that first $5,000 line of credit. So what are we doing with that line of credit? We're going to take that line of credit initially, and we're going to dump it into this auto loan, which right away is going to bring this auto loan down to $14,244 automatically. We're just going to take that line of credit. We're going to pay this auto loan off of night. Well, no, we're going to pay it off. We're going to put a payment, a large chunk payment onto this $19,244, which is going to bring this down to $14,244. And we're going to pay that. So we're transferring this amortized loan on this auto loan into the line of credit. We're transferring from the auto loan, which is a one-way loan, because if we just simply dumped her paycheck into this auto loan, she wouldn't be able to get it out. The reason we're utilizing the line of credit is because it's a two-way street. She can put the income in, but then she can take the income out. On an amortized loan, you only can put the income in, but you can't bring the income out. Okay, so you follow me? We can put the income in on an amortized loan, but we can't get it out. So we're looking as much of the amortized loan, how much amortized loan can we put into this line of credit where we have more freedom and flexibility. That's what we're looking for, freedom and flexibility. So we've taken the $5,000 line of credit, paid it onto the auto loan, and now we're paying the line of credit on a monthly basis. Now, how are we paying it? With our paycheck. We are paying it with our paycheck. So by her putting this $3,242 per month into her line of credit, the payment is satisfied. Okay, so what is it going to look like? It's going to be the first month, she'll be down at $332.30. The second month, and the first month, we're going to put that income in, but we're going to withdraw. We're going to have monthly withdrawals of $1,422 to come back out. So that brings that $5,000 balance down to $3,230. The second month, we put the income of $3242 in. We take out the monthly withdrawals for her debts, her interest, and her expenses. That leaves us a balance of $1,422. The third month, we do the same thing, and that $5,000 is paid off. Boom. That's third month. The third month. So what do we do? That's 3 months. So we're going to say, let's say it's 4 months. On the fourth month, she doesn't do anything. So it took 4 months for this first line of credit to come off. And after that fourth month, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to take that $5,000, that line of credit, and we're going to put a chunk onto the automobile. So we've taken that amortized loan and we're putting more back onto this line of credit. And we're going to pay this off through the line of credit. So we're going to do the same thing again. And what is going to happen? That $5,000, this $5,000 is going to be paid off in another 4 months. 4 months. 5,000, 10,000 is paid off in 8 months. 4 months and 4 months. 8 months, this automobile is cut in half. But wait, there's more. Okay. I've always wanted to say that. Okay. So what we've done, so that leaves us with a balance of, because we've been paying, if we look over here, we've been paying $422 a month for 8 months, which is a total of that's going to leave us $3,376 of payments that we have made. We've made $3,376 in payments as we've still been making our regular payments. And we've moved everything over, but we're still paying that $422. And if you look at the monthly withdrawal of $1,422, we are still paying this car note with the monthly withdrawals. We've brought the amortized loan over to a line of credit. We've paid it twice, $5,000, $10,000, and we've also paid $3,376 of payments because we're making $422 per month for the past 8 months, and that will leave us with $5,868. So the third time. So let's see what that does. If we had 5,800, $5,868, but now since we've taken the rest of it, the rest of this debt from the auto loan and put it into this line of credit, we don't have any more debt. So that $422 goes away. So now we can attack it with that additional $422. What does that do? Let's see what that gets us. Okay. If you have any questions you're not following, please leave it in the comments, and I can go into details a little better. So let's see what that gets us. We have $5,868. The income is still $3,242. Expenses are still $1,000. And that gets us That gets us 2 more months. Well, I'm sorry, three months. 3 months. In three more months. 2.5 months, it'll be paid off. So we just rounded it to 3. So in 4, 8, 11 months, in less than a year, this car payment, which we had 45 months to go, which is about 4 years, 48 months is 4 years. Almost 4 years, we've put down to less than 1 year by using our VA effectively, because you deserved it, you've earned it, and utilizing that to attack your debt of this automobile. In less than 1 year, you are totally debt free with an additional $422 of income, cash flow, additional $422 of cash flow per month coming into your household. So that is how it's done. If you have any questions on how we did this, so I can break it down, I will be glad to talk to you about how this is done. So again, income $3,242. The debt's $19,244. We wiped it out in less than 1 year. Hey, this is your partner, Frankie P. We are so excited about these case studies. We are going to continue to do it. If you like it, let us know. If you have a case study that you would like us to showcase, please let me know that too, and I can go over that. So this is your partner, Frankie P. Remember, you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective and you get out of debt, did you feel that breath? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to change your life. Peace. I appreciate you guys. Always love. Peace. No hair grease. I'm bald. Talk to you soon, guys. Later.